Shalom. All praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Rikakwadash. Salakia for that intro. But yeah, we are at the end. Everybody should know that now. The warnings have went out all over the earth, and this is just another warning video that we are at the end. So you need to turn to the Lord. All right. There's nothing here for you in America. All right. It's done. It's finished.
Of tyranny that we are currently in. And so let me get to the title of this video and explain exactly what's going to happen next with Iran. There is no peace deal. There is no peace deal, and the big attack hasn't even happened yet. I want you to understand that and I want this to be crystal clear, that we are approaching the final battle. And leaving the Strait of Hormuz in the hands of the Iranians, or even allowing them or attempting to negotiate, proves that they've won the war. And I'm not the only one that thinks this. I want you to understand that the smartest minds in the world, the most powerful people in the world, the big money managers, the hedge fund managers, they know this just like I know this. The simple fact that if Donald Trump doesn't take seismic, unilateral, decapitory control and strikes with full regime change and overthrow of the Iranian government at this point, it will be like losing the Suez Canal. And it'll be like Rome collapsing under the weight of endless wars. This is a turning point in American history. And even if Donald Trump attempts to sell it as some kind of successful negotiation with the same mullah still in charge, it will be considered defeat on the world stage. And I'm not the only one that thinks this. I'm going to read you a couple notes here. This is from my friend Ray Dalio. He says, while there is talk of ending this war with an agreement, everyone knows that no agreement will resolve this war because agreements are worthless. Whatever happens next, i.e. leaving Hormuz in Iranian hands or taking control away from them, is likely to be the worst phase of the conflict. He says that the final battle, which will make crystal clear which side won and which side lost control, is likely to be a very big one. He continues, he says, if on the other hand, the Strait of Hormuz is left in the hands of the Iranians to use as a weapon to threaten American allies in the Gulf and the world economy more broadly, everyone will be hostage to the Iranians, and Donald Trump will be perceived to have picked a fight and lost. He will have left the U.S. allies in the region with a huge problem, and he will lose credibility. And there was 4 images that I had saved. It's very sunny. When the world's dominant superpower that has the world reserve currency is overextended financially, and it reveals its weakness by losing both military and financial control, watch out for allies and creditors losing confidence, the loss of its reserve currency status, the selling of its debt assets, and the weakening of its currency, especially relative to gold. And I actually personally think it's a good time to buy gold and silver. Remember I told you to sell the top at $115 an ounce. He continues, Trump's political control ahead of the upcoming midterm elections, and he is afraid of that because of his and the American electorate's lack of willingness to suffer the losses of lives and money required to win this war because the U.S. doesn't have the military power to get and maintain control, or because he cannot bring together other countries in a consortium to keep the strait open, it doesn't matter. President Trump and the U.S. will have lost.
The United States is about to attack, drop a bomb on its own soil, and frame Iran for it, to rally the troops of America to go off and fight for the pedophiles at the top. That's right. An intelligence leak has come through. The reason that Joseph Sumar relieved his duty of the USS West Virginia nuclear submarine was because he was approached by Pete Hegseth and the higher-ups in the Pentagon to carry out this mission, and he refused. He flat out told them that he refused to carry out that mission, that he would not drop bombs on American soil when there was no threat. This is what's coming. Just as the Black Swan event that happened in 9/11 was portrayed and perpetuated, was done by Israel and the United States so that they could attack Afghanistan and blame Osama bin Laden. None of that was true. Just as none of this, which they are saying on the news about Iran, saying that they are planning to attack U.S. soil with nuclear weapons. That is all a false flag. It is a false flag created by the United States government. This is what's coming. But the United States government has relieved that nuclear submarine commander, and the new one will definitely drop the bomb on American soil. This is what's coming. Do not be fooled. And to hide this, the United States government will 100% sink that submarine to the bottom of the ocean, and you'll never see any of those sailors again. That is what the American government is willing to do to hide their hand when it comes to underhandedness. So this is what's coming. There's a false flag. America will bomb the United States to frame Iran for it, so that the United States can rally the troops and send hundreds of thousands of American men and women off to be killed to fight Iran. This is what's coming. Prepare your families. Do not be deceived. It's a false flag and a hoax created by the United States government. Prepare your families. We don't know where the bomb is going to drop, but the leak has come out and it's verified. So be ready.
So you heard it yourself, all right? So we're at the end. That's why I titled the video, we're at the end. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rikakwadash. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, and double honors to the elders at Great Millstone. All right. I'd like to say shalom to the aqua, to the women listening. All right. And to the believers. All right. All right. Isaiah 14:4. All right. Let me highlight that. That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how has the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. The Lord has broken the staff of the wicked and the scepters of the rulers. All right. That staff being their hedge money. All right. Saudi Arabia right now can't get oil to go through. All right. Our dollar is pegged against oil. Okay. All right. It's not held up by anything else. It's just oil. Right. So the oil markets have fallen. So the Lord has indeed broken the staff. All right. That's what's holding America, Babylon the Great up, is the hedge money. Okay. So the Lord has broken that staff. This prophecy has come to pass. And so, like the guy said, all right, they're going to do whatever they got to do to save face. If it means to drop a nuclear bomb, if it means to blow something up here in America, or what have you. And we're seeing all kinds of things happen. Okay. I'm not sure if that's what they're going to do, since he already knows it, Salakia here. All right. Verse 6. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke. He that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted, and none hindereth. They smote the people in wrath with continual stroke by sanctioning the world. Okay. If you don't do what America says do, then you're not going to be able to trade with the dollar. Okay. You're not going to be able to get oil or whatever. All right. They'll starve a country out like they're starving Venezuela out now. Cuba. Okay. You see what I'm saying? So all of this is going to come back on America big time. All right. There is no making America great again. All right. All right, you Edomites, you so-called white people out there, all right, you dug a ditch and fell into it, okay? All right? You fell for the snare of the Most High, all right? The snare is in the ground. It's the oil, okay? Now we're trapped, okay? They not letting no ships go through there without their permission, all right? And we need that oil in order to stay afloat, okay? We need it for our cars. We need it for our agriculture and everything. All right. So America is done. All right. Okay.
Michigan, Wisconsin, South Dakota, Georgia, California, New Jersey, Oregon. These are just some of the states that have come out and announced, yes, we are the ones that have been hit. And also, we've heard warnings directly from the IRGC regarding our power grids in the United States. They've warned Donald Trump that if you conduct a massive attack against the energy in Iran, we will hit not only U.S. military bases in the region, but we'll also come after the homeland. And I also shared with you in the last roughly 48, 72 hours, we also heard from Iran in an announcement Friday. They had said that they're also planning to develop missiles that can reach all the way across the world and hit U.S. soil. They said that this is something that they would like to do because it's time for Americans to feel what it's like to be hit with missiles on U.S. soil. Wow. So I'm going to get you caught up on the latest. And as you guys know, here on the channel, I cite all the sources. So if you'd like to read any of these articles for yourself on the attack, Minnesota.
So as you can see, we're at the end. All right. And that's the title of this lesson. All right. We are at the end. So get your house in order. All right. With the Lord. Okay. That's what you got to do. All right. Let me see if I can't find that one. It's at 2nd Esdras 14. Yeah. 2nd Esdras 14 and 13. And it reads, all right. Now therefore set thine house in order, and reprove thy people. Comfort such of them as be in trouble, and now renounce corruption. Let go from thee mortal thoughts. Cast away the burdens of man. Put off the weak nature, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee. And haste thee to flee from these times. For yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter. Okay? So more evils are coming. All right? So that was the angel speaking to Esdras, all right, warning us of this time that we're getting ready to enter into. All right, they have the stage set for war here in America, all right, against U.S. citizens. All right.